Hey y'all, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. I am glad to have you here. Thank you for joining me for this discussion about finding a new therapist. And just a teeny bit background about me, I am a therapist and I have been living with major depressive disorder for almost 20 years now. So that's a little bit about my background. So when I'm talking about mental health on this channel, I'll be dipping and diving from the perspective of a clinician and then also the perspective of a client, because I have both of those perspectives and expertise, for lack of better words. But anyways, I just want to go over 3 quick tips when finding a new therapist, and then I'm going to add in some vlog footage about my journey of finding a new therapist, because I've been in and out of therapy for almost 20 years, but my last therapist was a therapist that I had for 7 years, and I now have to switch to a new therapist, so I vlogged a little bit of that process. But anyways, now here we are for the 3 tips. Tip number 1 is just get started. Start the process, start the research, sign up for an intake if you already have done some of those previous steps. But like, get started, get your name on the books, get your name on somebody's appointment schedule to start the process. That is one of the biggest barriers. Just start. My next tip would be, don't get weary in well-doing. Finding a therapist is a process. It can be, at least. Sometimes people connect with the first person they find and they're with them and it goes well. And sometimes it doesn't happen like that. Sometimes you have to go through 2, 3, 4, 5 therapists before you find a good match for you. So it is a relationship. It's a therapeutic relationship, but it's a relationship nonetheless. So there has to be a vibe there. There has to be something to connect you, and you might not connect with the first therapist that you encounter. So try again. Don't get weary of well-doing. Keep pushing through. Your mental health is worth it. So don't give up after the first try, or even the second, or even the third. Just keep going. Okay, and then lastly, the last tip for today is keep going. So therapy is not necessarily easy. So maybe you got through the first 2 steps, you set up an appointment, you met a therapist or 2 or 3 or 4 and finally found a good match, and then now you're in therapy and it's hard and you want to stop. No, do not stop. Keep going. Therapy is a journey. Therapy is a process. Depending on what you're working through or what therapy is being used for in your life, it could be a couple weeks, it could be a couple months, it could be years and years and years. It depends, but it's a journey and it's not necessarily going to be easy. Well, not even necessarily, it's not going to be easy. So you're not going to come in there, your first session, talk, and then everything's going to be fixed and in a nice little happy bow, and you go about your life and everything's fixed. Like, no. This is a process. This is a journey. Stick with it. Hang in there. Have those hard moments, those soft moments, those easy moments. Just hang in there. So that is my advice. Those are my tips for finding a new therapist, finding a therapist, starting therapy, sticking with therapy, all of the above. So that's my advice. And now here's some clips of my journey of finding a new therapist.
Hey y'all, so I am on my way to starting the process of finding a new therapist. I have mixed emotions, mixed feelings. I was with my previous therapist for about 7 years, and due to logistics and red tape and licensing stuff, just a lot of stuff, I had to not see her anymore. So it is interesting, to say the least. I'm going to say this process is interesting. I am not a huge fan of starting over. So yeah, we are going to work this out and see how it goes. And yeah, so I'll check in with you guys later. Bye. Hey y'all, so I am on my way back from intake. It was not as bad as I thought, so I'm grateful for that. So I'm in good spirits. as good as can be in my condition. But yeah, so I just want to check in about that. And I have my first therapy appointment with my new therapist in about 2 weeks. So we'll see. Hey y'all. So I just had my session with my new therapist and it went well. So I am trying to be optimistic about this new therapeutic relationship. I am still grieving my old therapeutic relationship from 7 years. I mean, that lasted 7 years. So, but the new therapist, we vibed and I can catch a vibe within 5 minutes. So yeah, it went well. So I am grateful for that because this journey is very nerve-wracking and starting over just feels like a lot for me when it comes to, because I'm starting over in really every aspect of my life. So starting over in therapy just wasn't something I wanted to do on top of everything else. But anywho, I just wanted to update you guys.
All right, thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you learned something new or just gained insight in some way. Stick with me. If you are new here, go ahead and subscribe, comment, let me know your thoughts about anything. If you have any questions about anything, or if you would love for me to do a more detailed video about anything specific, I can see if I can do that. But just go ahead and leave a comment if you want. If you like the video, go ahead and like it. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I am thinking about doing Vlogmas. I have not committed yet within myself, but maybe. So that would be starting on the 1st. And so just come back and check on me. See if I did Vlogmas. Just come check on me. But anyway, thanks again for watching, and you guys have a great one. Remember to love always. Bye.